I want to have a look at another issue here where we've come across a couple of stories which I confirm again, as you know, that when it comes to language at least, the world has gone mad. The New South Wales government ministers now have been told in a series of Respect at Work training sessions last week that as part of the new rules, ministers are being told not to use the word mate. Now, a reminder, you're living in Australia and you're not to use the word mate when chatting with your colleagues. And meanwhile, Flinders University has had to apologise for publishing a list of derogatory and offensive terms. Some of them were terrible words like faggot, but it also included the words husband and wife as inappropriate words, along with those homophobic slurs. Let me bring in Evan Mulholland, Director of Communications at the Institute of Public Affairs. G'day, mate. I'm not allowed to say that anymore?
G'day, mate. It's completely un-Australian. I mean, no one has a problem with diversity and inclusion and respect at work, but I've got to be honest, who is actually arguing to remove the word mate? Is there a public spokesman willing to come out and argue the case for that? Usually with these kind of things, they all have a nice name to it, but the devil is in the detail. And the detail is taking away the word mate, not saying the word mate in ministerial offices and things like that. And another devil in the detail was they want to remove alcohol from all ministerial offices and all the public service. So while we're all for diversity and inclusion, they're also for taking away the opportunity to have a desk beer on a Friday. Both of those things are completely un-Australian.
Look, the alcohol thing is just infantilising people. I mean, grown adults ought to be able to, have alcohol in their office and learn to deal with it. But this language stuff really worries me because it's what it leads to. You know, they're trying to sanitise the language for what purpose? What is wrong with the word mate? Mateship is something that's indelible. It's in our national character, and it's all about equality. Mateship is all about equality.
Yep, and the IPA has been arguing for 5-10 years about what's going on in the universities with safe spaces and particularly trigger warnings, and this will eventually permeate into our corporate society and the public service, and that's exactly what it's done. People are afraid of words. People are afraid of, and triggered by the words husband and wife. I mean, we had the plebiscite which cleared this up, 5 or 6 years ago, so everyone could be a husband or a wife, and now we're wanting to remove that terminology altogether. It doesn't make sense at all, and a lot of those terms in that guide were inappropriate, as you mentioned, but husband and wife, who is arguing for that? All these things come across with nice words up the top, and then you look into the detail, and it's words we're using every day and every Australian is using that people want to cancel.
Yeah, and the taxes we're paying are funding people to just get into this navel-gazing and send stuff out, and that people they don't know how to even introduce their partner, their wife, their husband. It is ridiculous. Thanks for talking sense with us, though, Evan.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. The radical word. What a revolutionary he is, saying thanks, mate, to me. What a world we live in.